Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you guys have never seen my face before, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be updating you guys on Reese. If you guys are new and you guys don't know, Reese is my 2-year-old son. He turned 2 on March 1st. I just wanted to give you guys a little update on him because I did this for his 1-year update. I think I even did a 6-month update. So if you guys are looking at this to find out more about your child, if you have different age kids, I will link those for you guys and you guys can watch this as well. Starting off with his height, I believe he's around 32 inches tall. He is above average in height. He is a very tall kid, but he is average weight, so he seems really skinny. He weighs, I believe, 27 pounds, and for his age, that is average, but he is taller than average. He has to wear smaller clothes. He fits into 18 to 24 months, which isn't really smaller, but a lot of kids his age are wearing 2T or even 3T already, and since he's so skinny, 18 months and sometimes even 12 months shirts will fit him perfectly. They just are kind of too short. Especially with like footsie pajamas, he has to get 2T, which are super baggy on him, but they're like perfect in height. Another thing about him, why he needs footsie pajamas at 2 years old, is because he is trying to take off his diaper. That is one of his new favorite things. If you see him jumping, it's also one of his favorite things to do. He likes to climb onto my bed and then jump. His new favorite thing is to try and take off his diaper, and it's really annoying and really frustrating. So the only way we can prevent that is from putting him in onesies. Some foods that he really loves right now, he is a big foodie. He loves to eat almost all the time. He pretty much snacks a lot. Meals are kind of hard for him because he can't sit still well. He always seems to have some sort of stimulation, whether that's music or just a movie on in the background or playing. He always needs to be doing something. So he doesn't really like to just sit and eat. He'll sit, get up, jump, run, and then come sit back down and eat, which I feel like is pretty normal for a 2-year-old. They're very active and hyper. So some things he likes to snack on are like strawberries, blueberries, oranges, a bunch of fruit, bananas. He loves fruit. Like so much. It's like his favorite thing. What are you doing? You doing a little crab walk? Say hi. What are you getting in there? No. 1 second. Oh, is he over it? Is he gonna lay there? Oh my god. So like I was saying, he likes bananas and strawberries and oranges and just things like that. Basically just all fruit. These things are his absolute favorite. I'm not gonna show him right now because he just had lunch. And he will eat these until like he is physically sick. But these are probably like one of his favorite things ever. These were very good find because whenever he doesn't want to eat anything else, he will eat that like almost 100% of the time. Some more of his favorite things are like peanut butter and jelly, ham and cheese sandwiches. Recently he hasn't been liking ham and cheese sandwiches, but like I know he does like them. He's just been like not wanting to eat them lately. We recently had to lock our fridge, and no, I don't lock him away from food. If he's hungry, I will let him eat, but I have eggs in the fridge, so he will grab them and crack the eggs. So I had to put a lock on it because he gets into that. We have a mini fridge in our hallway, and I keep some eggs in there sometimes just so it's easy. And he has broken a few on our carpet, so I had to lock it. Some hobbies of his are drawing. He is like excuse you. He is like obsessed with drawing right now on a whiteboard, on chalkboard, on paper, anything. We call it like a drawing pad. You draw on it and then you click a button and it erases. He got it for his birthday from his aunt, and he loves the thing. He lost the pen on it, but luckily you can just like draw on it with your finger. Some other things he loves are coloring. He loves his crayons and markers. He does eat them now though, so now I'm kind of worried about that, leaving him alone with the markers. Not alone, but letting him have independent play is what he loves to do. Hello! He loves to have independent play, and he likes to play like on his own, and if we try to bug him when he's doing some stuff, he gets really frustrated. So when he's coloring or drawing, we like to leave him not alone, but just let him do his own thing because he gets frustrated if you try to help him in any way. Another thing he loves to do, as you can tell right now, is spinning. Oh, well, he's not spinning right now, but he loves to just spin around anything. He likes to spin in a chair. He likes to spin himself. A lot of times he will put something on the floor and then like spin around it, like walk around it spinning. I think it's really cute and funny. Basic kid things like running and jumping and climbing. I really need to get him something to climb on because Everything he tries to climb on is in a way dangerous for him. He has a little table that if he climbs on it, it'll knock over. He climbs on his shelves, which above it is a TV that he can grab onto, which is very nicely bolted against the wall. It's safe, but it just worries me. And he could also just fall off of it onto all his toys, which would hurt, obviously. Next thing I want to talk about are like movies he likes and TV shows. Obviously, he still loves Blue's Clues and Bluey, but more recently he has started to take a liking to SpongeBob, which holds a special place in my heart because I freaking loved SpongeBob growing up. It was like my favorite cartoon, so seeing him enjoy the episodes specifically that I watch, I only show him, like, I don't only show him, but I show him the old episodes first before he'd get tired of them, and then I show him the new episodes. That's what I did with Blue's Clues as well, which is why he likes both. And I actually surprisingly like the new Blue's Clues, like, a lot. I like how musical it is, but he likes the original Blue's Clues when it's time to go nap. He likes to watch it and it winds him down and it calms him down, which I really like, so it works both ways. Some other movies he likes are Madagascar and Shrek. Obviously Toy Story, if you guys saw, he had a Toy Story birthday party. If you guys didn't, I made a whole vlog about it. I'll link it right here so you guys can go see that. It was so cute. I was so proud of myself for that whole party. I did his cake. It was so cute. He loves Strange World, Despicable Me, all of them, and the new Minions movie specifically he likes a lot. Sorry if you can hear Moana in the back. That is another movie he is like obsessed with right now, is Moana. He loves the song You're Welcome and Shiny from Moana. Those are like his absolute favorites. And I would say his other top favorite movie is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I can't wait for the new one to come out because as much as I love watching Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, I want a new one. So I'm hoping he likes the new one so I can put that one on as well. Next thing I feel like a lot of people talk about during a 2-year update is potty training. Are we potty training? Are we not? So as of right now, I would say we are not potty training. I mean, we are not potty training. I wouldn't say that we aren't. We are not potty training. I would like to start during the summer, but his little brother will be here during the summer, and I feel like that's just a lot to handle as a new baby and trying to potty train a toddler by myself because I stay at home by myself and his dad goes to work. So it's just kind of hard to do both of those at the same time. And it's not that I am just doing it because I don't have time. I also just don't think he's very ready. I will talk about some certain reasons why in a little bit, but mostly I just don't think he's physically ready or mentally ready. The only sign that I feel like could be a sign of being ready to potty train is him taking off his pants and his diaper, which I mentioned before. But other than that, he doesn't show any interest in like trying to go to the toilet when he has to pee or poop. The next thing I want to talk about is speech development and words and what he's saying at the moment. And at the moment he is saying absolutely 0 words. Full intentional words. I mean, he does babble like a bunch. He mimics sounds. He doesn't, like, if you say, oh, what does a cow say? He doesn't say moo. He doesn't make those kind of sounds. But when he's watching a movie, if they laugh, he will mimic their laughter. Or if they scream, that he'll mimic his scream. But he won't mimic words or anything like that, which I've talked to his doctor about. He's actually starting speech therapy. He had an evaluation around a week ago. And so now we're waiting for that. I might do a whole separate video on speech and occupational therapy because he is starting both soon. He's had the evaluation for both and now we're just waiting to hear back from them to see what he would need. But yeah, so I'm not too concerned. They seem to think that he's doing well. It's not that he's super far behind. Obviously he's not saying any words, so he is behind, but he's showing signs of wanting and trying. Like, he will try to say more. If you guys have seen my older videos, he knows how to sign more in sign language, but he doesn't do it frequently. Like, we have to ask him, so he won't just ask on his own. Sometimes he will, but like majority of the time he will not. But he has been trying to say the word more. We've been trying to teach him like ma, like that kind of sound, and then elongate it with more. And he goes more, so like he's trying. It's just not fully there yet. I'm just glad he's at least trying, and he's not, you know, just not doing anything. He makes all the sounds like ma, ba, da, things like that. He doesn't do like S's or F's, which I feel like is pretty common for kids his age, especially if they aren't talking. It might be a speech impediment type of thing. It might be a bunch of different things. We're looking into that, and I will get into more of that in a different video if there is anything to talk about. I think some moms talk about like motor skills or gross skills. I think that's what they're called. He can stack blocks. He knows how to put together like the mega blocks. He knows how to do that. He can stack cups pretty well. He doesn't understand the order, I would say. He tries to, and he gets kind of frustrated, but I have to show him, this is the biggest to smallest. I have to kind of show him, oh, this one goes next, this one goes next, but he knows how to stack them. He gets too frustrated really fast to do trial and error to every single one until it's in the right order, if that makes sense. So I have to help him out with that, or else he gets too frustrated and then he doesn't want to do it at all. He loves playing with cars. Cars are like one of his favorite toys right now. Toys that have sound or buttons that you can push to make sound are his like absolute favorite. He has this truck that makes like backing up noises and things like that. It's like a garbage truck type thing, or like a work truck. He loves books. He loves flipping through pages. But you cannot read him books. You cannot sit there and read him a book front to back. He will not let you. Unless he's eating, sometimes he'll let you get through a book, but usually not. He needs to come over and take it from you and then flip through it himself. He does not like being read to. I try, and I'll read to him sometimes, but he ultimately just gets frustrated, and I'd rather not frustrate him than read to him because it just puts him in a bad mood and he just doesn't want it. So he is slightly learning how to play pretend now. He understands the concept of trying to feed a toy or feed a stuffed animal, like pretend food. Like he'll try to feed him while he's eating his lunch or something. He'll try to feed his stuffed animal, which is a newer thing for him. He hasn't done that in the past. So that's really good. That shows that he's progressing in social play, which is what his occupational therapist was saying, because before he was not pretend playing anything. So I guess kids at his age are really good at pretend playing, like, oh, here's some fake juice, here's a fake sandwich to like feed, like how you just play with friends. But since he isn't around kids a lot, he doesn't understand that play. When he is around kids, I believe what it's called is parallel playing. He will play next to the kids, but he doesn't try to like interact with them. He does hang out with them and he'll be playing with them. He won't physically play with them, so like they won't throw a ball back and forth. But if they're playing with blocks, he'll play with his blocks over here on the side, which I believe is called parallel playing. It looks like they're playing together, but they're not, because they're not socially interacting. And that probably has to do with, one, the kids that he hangs out with are his cousins, and they're a little bit older, and they're more advanced, or they're my friend's kids, and again, they're a little bit older. So they don't understand why he won't play with them. But it's just because he doesn't understand how to play, which is what I'm hoping with OT. We're going to put in, hopefully, into a sensory gym, which is with a bunch of other kids, and it'll teach him how to play with other kids, is what the goal is, at least. So hopefully we get answers to that soon as well. The next thing I want to talk about are bottles. So as of recent, we just got him off of bottles. Up until probably like 4 days ago now. I think today makes day 3 of absolutely no bottle. He didn't have any yesterday, and he didn't have any the day before, and today will make day 3. We have not given him a bottle. He does have sippy cups and things like that, but no bottle at bedtime, no bottle during the day, no nothing. So since taking him off the bottle for a few days, I've noticed a severe change in his sleep pattern. Yesterday specifically, that was day 2 of no bottle. He woke up around 10 a.m. in the morning, or obviously 10 a.m., and no nap throughout the day, which sometimes it's recently been normal, but he'll still go to sleep early. He'll get tired really early, or he'll take a very late nap around 7 or 8 o'clock, which we don't like to do, but sometimes we try to put him to bed and it ends up being a nap, and then he'll stay up for like another 2 hours after he wakes up around 10 o'clock at night, and then he'll be up until midnight and then go back to sleep, which I know isn't the best, but we're trying. It's new, we're getting there. But I want to say we put him to bed yesterday around 10 o'clock, and we probably put him to sleep even earlier than that because of how early he woke up. I think I tried putting him down to bed around 8 because we had to be up early this morning, which is why I'm all dressed up right now, because we took Easter photos today. These were them. This is how they turned out. There's him. So cute. Okay. Besides that was off topic, but we tried to put him to bed early last night because we were going to have to get up early, and I think we put him down around 8 o'clock, and he was just not having it. He did not want to lay down, so I was like, okay, I'll let you stay up until 10 because, you have to be tired at 10, right? No. I put him down at 10 o'clock, no TV, no bottle. He has a busy board that we leave in his bed to kind of keep him occupied if he does want to just have quiet time, so that's what we did. We just kept him in his crib, and he ended up falling asleep around midnight. So he was up for 14 hours yesterday, straight, no nap. And then fast forward to this morning, I expected him to wake up around 10 o'clock in the morning. That's around 10 hours. That's usually how long he sleeps. No, he woke up at 6 a.m. He went to bed around 12:30 maybe even. and he woke up at 6 a.m. right on the dot at 6 a.m. I was like, oh my gosh. Normally I really wouldn't have cared, but we had photos to take today, and I was like, I do not want him being cranky. At around 9:30 is when he ended up falling back asleep in his crib. We took him out, we had him breakfast, all that. I let him lay down from 6 to 7 without interacting with him at all to see if he would fall back asleep on his own, because we were like barely even awake. And 6 o'clock is like not a time that anybody in our house is up, so we usually don't get up with him that early. He'll usually end up falling back asleep because 6 a.m. is like too early for him. If you get him out of his crib at 6 a.m., he's like cranky. But he was just wide awake. 7 o'clock rolled around. We were up now because we've just been hearing him talk to himself. I made him breakfast, all that kind of stuff. And around 9:30 is when he ended up falling back asleep, and we had to leave at 10:30. So around 10 o'clock, around 30 minutes after he took his nap, I had to wake him up, which I was expecting to be a nightmare, and thankfully it was not a nightmare. He was really good. Photos went great, and he's still up and playing, so he's only had like a 30-minute nap today, and if you can even call that a nap. I have no idea how long of a nap he's going to take today, or if he's not going to nap at all, because it's already 1 o'clock, 1:30 maybe, and he's still playing and having fun, so I think naps are out of the question for us now. I don't think we're going to have any more naps. The last thing I want to talk about is discipline. Do we spank? Do we do timeout? What do we do? And the answer is no, none of those. We have tried timeout, and it didn't really work for our family. He just doesn't, I think he's too little to understand the concept of timeout. We've done it, and it like works in a way, like it calms him down, but it doesn't get him to stop doing the action of what we don't want him to do. Definitely no yelling, definitely no hitting, spanking, anything like that, even like little slaps on the hands or like taps on the butt. Absolutely zero physical contact punishment, because I don't think that instilling fear into your child is gonna work. It's literally just gonna make them fear you. It's not gonna make them stop doing what they're doing. It's just gonna make them scared of you. And I don't want that. I want, when he's older, to not fear me or his dad or anybody in our family. I make sure to tell everybody, like, no spanking, no nothing, because older generations, they think that that's, you know, fine, and like a little spank on the butt isn't gonna hurt them, but it does, because we see it every day in people my age that got that when they were younger. It makes you like fear your parent, and I don't want him to ever fear me. I want him to be able to come to me when he's in trouble in the real world. I don't want him to be scared that I'm gonna hit him when he gets home because he did whatever. So the way that we try to discipline is by redirection and things that we do firmly discipline, which is basically talking stern with him and making it a point to say no thank you, do not do this, is hitting or throwing my glasses on the floor. Those are two things I do not take lightly. No hitting when he hits us, when he's throwing a tantrum. I hold his hands in front of him and I say no thank you in a stern voice. I put him down, because once you hit me, I cannot hold you. Nope, we're not gonna do that. Same with my glasses. I'm sorry, my glasses are $200. Yes, if he breaks them, it's fine. You want Play-Doh? Can we play in a little bit? Can you play with it right here? Buddy, I can't go in with you right now. Can you play with it right here? Leave it here, buddy. Poke it right here. Poke. Can you leave it here, please? If you can't listen, I'll just put it away, okay? No? You don't want to play with it over there? That's fine. I'll play with it in a little bit. There's an example. He was getting upset that I wouldn't open his Play-Doh. I did open his Play-Doh, and I gave him the option to play with it right here. He didn't want to. That's okay. Do you want to play with it? You got to play with it right here, though, okay? Play with it right here. Look, I'll put it right here. And then I'll go over there with you in a second, okay? Good job. Thank you. I explained to him that he cannot play with it over there, that he can only play with it right here, and he got frustrated. I took it away. I gave it back, and I gave him the option again, and now he's sitting here playing with his Play-Doh. So that's essentially how we discipline. Do not eat the Play-Doh, though. That's another thing. He likes to eat Play-Doh. After him eating little bits like 3 or 4 times, I just take the whole Play-Doh away. Leave it right here. Good job. Thank you. And I think that's pretty much it. That's all I think I have to say for his 2-year update. You know, I like looking back on these to see how much he's grown in the past year. Looking back at his 1-year update to now is insane. He was so tiny, and then even looking back at his 1-month update, like, it's just insane to me. And I'm soon gonna be doing more of those 1-month updates. I'm gonna try to do more monthly updates with my second baby. I really want to try to be more active on here. I always say that and then I end up not doing it, but I really am trying. And I just want to say really quick, do not take what my child does and compare it to your child, because every child is different. I am guilty of doing that. I look at other people's 2-year-old updates and I constantly compare him, like, why isn't my kid doing that? Every child is different, and your child will grow and do whatever he or she needs to do at his own time. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Also, leave a comment down below any questions that you guys might have. Subscribe if you guys haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.